It's a tough world out there. Business gets tougher by the day. Competition's racing to the top. How can your business win? Take the lead with Edge. Alliance Edge is a suite of business software for retail, workplace productivity, enterprise resource planning, cloud systems, and professional services that can empower businesses and make yours a step ahead in the market. A complete retail, sales, and distribution systems with a powerful solution suite. POS, POS Lite, cloud sales and distribution, connect all, web ordering. Now that's better, faster, and smarter retail management. With Alliance Edge Enterprise Resource Planning Solutions, or ERP, manage core business processes in real time and with ease. It simplifies purchasing, integration with POS, inventory, payments, financials. Now you can automate your operations and gain intelligent business insights. Ensure sustained productivity levels of your teams so you can focus on achieving business goals. From payroll plus HRIS, timekeeping, productivity tracking systems. Now you can boost your company's efficacy in just a click. With Edge Cloud Solutions, get your company and your customers to a whole new level of digital experience by maximizing the benefits of cloud computing. Edge Cloud Solutions offers cloud-based productivity tools, CRM and ERP tools, digital storage spaces, website as a service. Because at this time and age, being ahead also means growing your digital assets. Let the experts manage your IT requirements and be assured of a hassle-free technical and after-sales support. With its support, maintenance, and top-notch development services. Now you can be assured of smooth running, digital savvy business operations. Alliance Edge is your partner in taking the lead by giving you the power to worry less and do more so you can focus on things that really matter. With Alliance Edge Business Solutions, go ahead, take the lead.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Nino. I will be the speaker for this morning. Before we begin our topic, we would like to remind everyone to please to maintain access and to have to have consistent access to the webinar. We would like to suggest and highlight the following reminder. All viewers are on listen-only mode. You should at least have 5 Mbps 4G or LTE internet. Of course, avoid opening multiple windows. And the webinar is recorded and will be shared to the participant after today's session. Okay, shall we begin? As a reminder to everyone, please do not forget to evaluate us because we will be giving away Grab Food digital gift cards for 20 random evaluators. Again, do not forget to evaluate the session after this event. Let me just prepare my screen. Good morning, everybody, and my name is Nino Gatula. I will be the speaker for this morning. We will be covering a retail end-to-end solution for the new normal. This is part of our Business Realities 2020 that we have been pushing since early this year. And today, I'm excited to announce some innovative solutions and some bundles that we would be uh, that our customers would be interested to look into and be interested in testing so that it can also help improve their business operation and sales. No, before we begin, I would like to introduce myself first. So my name is Nino Gatdula. I'm the business support supervisor. I've been with Alliance for the last 9 years, and basically my main passion is helping retailers to pursue digital transformation, specifically for retail. I'm also a sales professional, and I love smart things, and I'm also a coffee enthusiast. No, as siguro we can start and introduce no the specific needs that we want to address in this morning session. So first, let me introduce you to Janice. No, Janice is a full-time mom, but on the side she has an online cosmetic line. No, so she has been selling online and have been pursuing this passion for several years now. And to be honest, she's doing well. No, but she wants to take that extra step. No, she wants to be able to be seen not just by online customers, but as well as by physical, no, but by walk-in customers as well. No, he wants to she wants to open up a store somewhere inside a mall where the customer would be able to touch, experience her product. No, she plans to open up that physical store. No, but she worries about having to manage her online and offline business. Let me also share Regine. No, Regine is the owner of three convenience stores. No, she has been managing this for the last 5 years, and during the pandemic, she actually see or saw the opportunity where it could have helped her, or she could have started taking on orders, even if the stores are closed, or even if the store had limited capacity, no, because of social distancing. But the main drawback or the main barrier that she encounters is that she has zero knowledge. No, she's worried that if she opens up an online store, no one would actually visit that store, and she would end up taking the ball, no, investing on something that does not create any return or revenue for her. No, and then lastly, uh, let me introduce you to Ryan. Ryan is retiring soon. He's considering of opening up uh, his own pet shop to pursue a hobbies. No, his ideal shop is already set up in mind. No, meaning he already has the idea of the design, the layout, and all. No, he just needs help, no, to make that into a reality. No? And I guess this morning session would allow us to help Janice, Regine, and Ryan to fulfill their needs, no, and also to encourage them to basically pursue their dreams and their hobbies. No, so when we look back at those needs or those requirements, we always see ourselves in them. We usually start the business by having the passion for a certain product or service. We usually have limited funding, and we usually have no technological know-how. No, those are the key challenges that our customers actually are year on year have been encountering. No, this is the common challenge that we have. No, uh, the challenge became bigger, became more complex with the pandemic. That's obvious, no? But the whole goal of today's session is to help you navigate through those challenges and ease and lower the risk so that you can start operating, start expanding, and start gaining new customers. No, slowly, but again, surely. No, so let me start with the first consideration. No? So Ryan, Janice, and Jasmine should first consider number one. They should start focusing on branding. No, website is easy. Branding is hard. No, because if you don't do the branding well enough, your website would end up it will end up a ghost town. No, so ideally, the whole goal of having a website is to make sure that the branding gets communicated to the customer. Why is that important? That's important because we have to build the credibility around that brand, no? And why is credibility important? Credibility is important because you want to sell premium, high quality products to your customer. You cannot sell premium, high quality products to a customer who doesn't trust your brand. That's where the branding is very critical. Second is that you don't want to sell to a customer who doesn't understand or doesn't follow or doesn't actually agree with your own aspirations. We want to educate customer. So branding and a website is important to educate the customer. Number one, of course, to let them know if you have a new marketing initiative. Number two is maybe a Q&A page so that they can actually have answers to their question without going through different people or different branches just to get that answer, and also a way to communicate back to you. No, this is a channel or a website with the proper branding creates that safe space where a customer can actually communicate to you and share whatever support or clarification he or she may have about your product or about your company. And highly reliable brands receives continuous business from their patron, meaning if I trust the brand, I trust the product, I'm happy with the service, I'll buy from this vendor year on year or continuously, no? Number three, having a strong brand creates that identity, and especially in this time, no, where most of the merchants, most of the online stores are typically they have a term here, fly by night, no? It's a common setup, eh. The store is open now, pero 2 months, 3 months later, it's gone. No, whatever products you bought from that site, no more support, no more warranty, no more after sales. No, having a strong brand allows you to build trust to your customer. And without having your own domain, without having your own email address tied to that domain, it's hard to trust your brand. I personally would not buy from someone who will send me an email confirmation using his Yahoo account because I may have that feeling that this person is representing someone else. He may be not the same person I'm talking to online because he's not using the domain or the address. Usually, di ba, it's if you look at the email address, if it's at yahoo.com, that can be someone from what? From North Korea, someone from Russia, or so on. That's communicating to me. And I don't want that. So I have to trust the brand, and the brand has to be strong. And of course, having an online presence, having a strong brand, having a website that is aligned to the branding, and having customers going in your website creates the searchability factor, meaning customers will now be able to Google you. Without a proper online presence, it will be difficult to be part of a Google search engine, and it will be difficult to be part of a Yahoo search engine or an MSN search engine because they have to track your online activities from your website. If you have no other way to communicate to your customer, there will be limited opportunity for you to capture customers who are Googling something about your product. Again, we want to make sure that the customer trusts the brand, be able to Google the brand, and be able to buy from the site directly. No, so that's what important. That is what are the critical aspect of having a good branding and a good website. I'll move with the next investment consideration. Number two is that they trust you already. They already know your online brand. They've seen your products. They've seen your marketing, but they cannot buy from you. You cannot convert awareness to peso if there's no online commerce to tie those two together. So it's important to be able to expand without losing an arm and a leg. So having a website is one consideration. Having an online commerce is another consideration because this is your tool to propagate your marketing initiatives to convert them to tangible revenue. Meaning, a customer would see the information on your website. He may like, post, or share that posting. He may go to your online commerce and add that to cart. That is actually as if you're making your own extension or making your own new branch. You've seen Jasmine, you've seen Ryan, no? So they all wants to have an online presence, pero at the end of the day, because you want to connect with the customer and tie the revenue to it, no? Again, useless ang website if there is no way to convert the awareness into revenue. And having a digital store allows you to expand online without costing you an arm and a leg. By increasing your online presence, you then increase your bottom line. Why is that? Simply because your customer uh, gets to notice you from your website, your customer gets to register on the online commerce, and then you repeat the cycle again. They buy something from you, and then when you have another marketing initiative, you send it to them, they get interested, they buy again. So more and more people would be able to sign up through your website and buy on your online store and be able to expand whatever customer base you have right now and influence them to buy more from you. Again, it all starts with the trust. If I trust the website, I trust the product, and if I trust the process, I'll buy more. The beauty with an online store is that you do not need to operate 24 by 7. You don't need to be awake all day and all night. No, you can have a product posted on your online store. It gets seen, it gets viewed, it gets accessed by everyone else around the globe at night, and you get orders. Orders can then be fulfilled and processed the following day. My point here is clear. I don't have to invest on electricity, on people, on additional resources, additional technology, just to take on additional orders. I can use the e-commerce platform as a way to take an order so that on the next business day, once my staff are at the office, once my staff are at the warehouse or at the store, they can easily process the order. Meaning I can utilize the existing resources that I have right now that are pretty much underutilized because of the COVID situation and apply new skills to them and be able to utilize them and still generate the revenue that I need to augment whatever I lost on the physical store. And then, of course, having an online store creates that credibility, and having an online store is having an ability to accept payment. So you're having an online or a digital cashier right there running 24 by 7, operating, accepting transactions, accepting payment in your behalf. This is, I think, what they said before that it works while you sleep. No? So you have someone that's actually processing orders in your behalf, taking on payments in your behalf. The online store should have the capability to accept various payments such as e-wallet, credit cards, and also non-traditional payments. No, when what I meant by non-traditional payment is that for customers who doesn't have a credit card, there should be a way for them to actually go to your website, order an item, and pay for that item. That is critical to the success of an online commerce here in the Philippines. I understand COD is there. COD will never be removed from our equation, but being able to address a customer's need by being able to accept other modes of payment is really important. Sometimes it's the tiebreaker. If they saw the product, they said add to cart, and then they saw there's no immediate way to pay the product. Never mind, they will abandon the cart and move out of your e-commerce site. So that is how critical payment is when it comes to the e-commerce setup. Another investment that our customers and everyone should consider is the ability to manage the sales both on their online and physical store. The process right now is simple. You create an online presence through your website, you create a way to accept orders through your e-commerce store, and you can use your physical store as actually the end state or the end stage, especially for customers who wants to visit you physically. Remember, we have products and services that you cannot experience online. No, these are products that you have to test on your face, you have to wear, you have to test on your shoes, and so on. These are products that are sometimes hard to sell online. If you have an online website, an online store, and doesn't have an online physical store to tie all those three together, sometimes it's hard to handle returns. It's hard to handle new revenue because they don't have a physical presence. No, so this is the strategy right now. It's called the online to offline strategy, the O2O strategy, where you create and increase the foot traffic on your physical store by inviting customers to go and end the process of order taking at the store itself. Meaning, I go online, I buy something. I may pay it already online through maybe GCash or whatever mode of payment that is available. And then since I don't have someone at home to actually take the product when it gets delivered, I would rather pick it up at the store. Two things. Number one, it can be convenient for me because I can just drop by the store. Second, I don't have to pay for the shipping fee if, in case there is. The point here is that I will be visiting the store. I may have an express lane because the customer, the merchant who operates the physical store, knows that he will be entertaining both walk-in and online customer. Since online customer have already ordered and have already processed their transaction, he can easily create an express lane. That express lane is actually one of the key factor why I'll visit the physical store because I don't have to stay long. I don't have to line. I don't have to queue. I don't have to wait. I don't have to find the product if it's available or not because I've done all of those already online. I can just visit the store, show my receipt or show the transaction number or order number, and I can have the product ready and I can go out now. No, that's easy. I think the point here is that any additional foot traffic added on the physical store is a percentage of potential last minute purchase of the customer, meaning there will always be a percentage of customer who will buy something when they visit your physical store. That is why we always encourage foot traffic at the store in case that you want to leverage on the O2O strategy. Another pain point that we want to address or that we need to consider why we are investing on a remote sales and inventory management tool is that there will always be customer service issues if the process is if the process is manual. Meaning, if there are orders from your online store and it has to be encoded on a POS, there will be instances where the product that was typed to the POS may not be the same product that was ordered by the customer. So what does that leave you? It leaves you with a customer that is not happy, satisfied with the process. It leaves a bad review. If you've seen the online commerce platform for review, most of the review and experience happen at the last stage of the process, not at the start. They will select, add to cart, and pay. Pero the moment you end up with a bad business reputation in terms of sending the product or having the customer receive a wrong item, you end up still with a bad review. So it is critical to be able to correctly communicate orders online to a POS so that there will be no re-encoding and it will always be accurate. And it will always be fast for the customer, especially if they visit the store to pick up the items. You will also be able to comply with the government requirement that you sell online, you should issue an e-receipt and or an official receipt. That is actually part of the compliance also why you are investing on a remote sales and inventory management tool. You are also avoiding any penalty by the government, especially for sales done online that are not reported properly. And also, having a sales and inventory management system in place on your physical store that is accessible remotely, you would have access to your remaining inventory stocks. So there will be time that you would not worry about restocking your items for online and physical store availability, but being able to maintain a consistent flow of inventory so that you can continually serve your customers. And of course, a physical store has its own challenges because you would have to control fraud at the physical level. Having a POS allows you to prevent fraud from happening within your staff. No, these are what special transactions such as discount to unauthorized person, change price by unapproved transactions, or voiding of previously created transactions. These are also preventable fraud that may lower your total operating costs. Therefore, the investment becomes suitable both for online and offline operations. I'll proceed with the next investment. This is actually an investment that we need to open up the conversation more and more. No, social media content and management. No, in this era your where your digital presence is as important as your social media presence, it does mean that the equal amount of investment that you have on your e-commerce on your website should be, if not more than, on your social media content. No, the reason why is simple. Number one, you have to impress your customer. You have to show them that you are running a professional business, that you are gearing and offering quality products, that you are there to satisfy their needs and provide a high quality service to your customers. You have to impress them because social media followers would recognize your product anywhere they are and would see the brand identity around that product. If they saw on your on your Facebook site that the general review or the general comment are negative, trust me, they would not consider buying anything from your online store anymore. They would avoid your brand entirely. Second is that if you do not have the ability, or if you are not like Coca-Cola, if you're not like Dolce and Gabbana, you don't have an online presence. You cannot be Googled. So having an online store and having a Facebook presence or a social media presence, it can be Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media that you think you can be a part of, will allow you to be searchable when it comes to Google, when it comes to web traffic. So having an online presence on your social media would create a megaphone strategy on your own content from your website and your e-commerce. The idea here is that if I have a new product that I want to launch, yes, I'll post it on my website. Yes, I'll put it on my e-commerce, but I'll announce it on my Facebook and Instagram. And I'll put the link so that that link would then allow the customer to travel from my social media feed to my online store and end the process or continue the process until add to cart, until checkout. That is important. We must highlight that the investment is also needed, particular to social media content and particular to the proper on how to properly post it so that we can influence our online followers. And of course, the more online followers we have, the more organic visibility we have, the more visible we are online. No, so it's a snowball effect. You start small by having a website. Then you start adding catalog products on your e-commerce. Then you start announcing it in Facebook or Instagram or whatnot. And then customers start engaging with you through your social media, through your online store, through your e-commerce. And those engagement creates organic visibility so that social media, e-commerce, and website creates content that would be searchable through search engines such as Google and so on, so that your product can be easily visible or at least can be pushed towards the first page whenever someone searches for your product or services. There is another investment that we need to look into. We need to consider security, hosting, and collaboration. We cannot end up with a platform, with an online platform that is hosted somewhere we don't know. We cannot end up in putting our customers' data in an online storage where we have no idea on how it is being protected. We also must have a facility to back up that information. So in case that there are unnecessary downtime, we get to restore back the communication, we get to restore back the site as soon as possible. And we need to make sure that the website is performing as it is supposed to be with the proper backup and recovery modules. The idea here is that you have to trust a brand to take care of that. You cannot trust someone else to do it for you. You have to trust someone or a company that has already been doing it for the past several years. No, so here we have trusted Microsoft as our partner to help us host your website, host your online catalog, and also allow you to communicate to your customer through O365 so that when they look at your brand, when they look at your responses on the email and other communication, they would see that this is coming from the correct, from the legitimate source. No, so that is again important. Going back to investment number one, brand identity, brand security, no, brand awareness. It is still as important to maintain that relationship through providing proper security, hosting, and collaboration tool as part of your business. So those are five different investments that we've considered. No, so if you would notice, the idea is in order for me to be successful in my online and offline business, uh, it requires a lot of considerations. No, it requires a lot of considerations. Number one is that I should have a proper branding. That's really important. I should have an online store to convert the awareness into purchases. I should have a sales and inventory management tool to manage both my online and my physical transaction or my physical store. I should also consider having a content posted regularly so that my products are easily viewable through my social media channels. And I should take care of their customers' data. I should take care of the platform. It should be secure. I should be able to communicate with confidence to my customers, and I should be able to communicate with my other colleagues inside the organization with confidence as well. And to sum it up, Alliance Edge is actually something that we considered as a recommendation, no, right now, is that you need someone to help you orchestrate all of these investments. No, again, to realize gains in revenue, to lower your operation costs, and to expand your business. Getting all of this investment individually from all other sources or all other vendors is another task that is also difficult to handle, especially for Ryan, who has no knowledge, no experience in doing business. For Janice and for Jasmine and all other SMEs merchants that we have right now, the idea here is that you need someone to help you implement and orchestrate this initiative so that it becomes successful, so that you get to gain additional revenue, lower the cost, and expand your business as soon as possible. So, uh, Alliance and our team have created a bundle. No? The idea here is that how do we address and combine all of those investment requirements in one? So we end up creating what we call the Alliance Digital Store. Alliance Digital Store would allow you to manage both your online and your physical store simultaneously, and allows you to manage all of the things around the initiative of your business, so, such as having your website designed by a professional team, having a flagship store that operates and has enterprise level functionality that would allow you to serve your customer, having the ability to issue e-receipts and be able to be BIR compliant in terms of issuing official receipts to your customers, being able to post online content daily for the next 3 months, so that your customer will get to notice you, will get to hear from you, and would get to create interest around your products and services and around your brand, so that you can convert that interest into revenue. We will also be helping you with the collaboration requirement, particular to having an email that is tied to your domain name, having an email to interact with your colleagues internally within your organization. We will also be hosting the website and the e-commerce store, and of course your POS data in the cloud. And we will be giving you an official domain name. No, it will you will not be piggybacking on someone else's domain name. No, and of course we would be adding security by integrating SSL security on your website and on your e-commerce store. So each customer is unique. No, each need has to be adjusted, aligned, and then we have to create a proper design for it. But the beauty here is that all of those things and all of those services we can already encapsulate into one offering. No, it's called the Alliance Digital Store. For each of our customers who may have a different situation, who may have a different state, they may be in a different stage right now of their business, we would like to encourage you to scan the QR code so that you can request a one-on-one session with our team as soon as possible, so that we can understand your needs, understand where are your pain points, and come up with a properly designed and custom fitted solution for a digital store strategy. Again, we are encouraging everyone to scan our QR code so that we can set up that meeting as soon as possible. Before we actually conclude the session, I would also want to use this opportunity then to announce exciting changes and initiative from our Alliance retail team. Number one of those announcements is that for all our customers who are deciding to expand their business and add more terminals, now that the situation is slowly going back to normal, we are offering a 12 plus 6 for new subscription. These are customers that are already existing customer of Alliance and would like to add a new terminal or a new branch. We are giving away 6 months free for a 12-month contract. And this is also applicable to our customers who are also new with Alliance and who would like to lower their initial cost, meaning their initial investment for the POS. So we're also giving away 6 months free for new accounts. No, and of course for existing customers, please do not worry. We have additional 3 months for you guys for renewals. This is valid until May 31. So if you guys your licenses will be expiring soon, please, it doesn't hurt to renew early because you'll get the plus 3 immediately. For those customers who will expire between now and May 31, please take also this opportunity to sign up for a renewal so that you can get the plus 3. Next announcement for the POS, announcement number 2. For our customers, it has been the norm that the contract period is 12 months. No, that has been our operating process from day one. But due to the pandemic and due to the unstable economic situation, we are opening our doors and removing the barrier, especially on the contract side for our customers. So right now, we are allowing new customer to sign up with a 6 months lock-in period. That means if you're an existing customer and you will be purchasing or opening up a new branch, you don't need to sign up for a 12-month contract immediately. Of course, we still encourage you to get a 12-month because we have a 6 months free. No, pero if you think that the area or the store or the location that was given to you by the mall or by the landlord may not be may not generate that may not be for a long-term lease, we are happy to announce that we have the 6 months lock-in period already, so that you can actually sign up for Alliance POS and just renew, no? Renew every 6 months as you need to. And then, of course, if you see that the contract and the revenue and the market is stable, you can always consider our announcement one, no? The plus 6 months for new and plus 3 months for renewal. And then the third announcement is that we are opening up new functionality on top of the Alliance POS, meaning you will be able to create ads. These are add-on modules that we would be allowing our customer to actually subscribe as an add-on purchase to their existing licenses. So you can now actually post video and image content on your secondary screen through our advertisement module. There's an add-on fee here, but you can always reach to us so that we can give you the proper cost estimates. You can now uh, you can now handle inventory forecasting properly with better and more analysis on the back end. No? So we have the purchasing module available for SaaS customers as well, so that you can already have a smarter way of ordering your products. No? Previously, on the standard version of our POS, you can still order based on your reorder level. But now with the purchasing module, we now will be able to track and recommend orders based on your consumption, based on your existing inventory balances, based on your incoming deliveries, and based on orders being asked from you. So it has a smarter way of managing orders and managing your warehouses. No, again, the goal here is to lower the cost of operation and to increase the inventory turnover for your warehouses and your stores as well. And then lastly, we're opening up our doors for cloud sales and distribution. These are for customers that are into wholesale. You can now sign up for a subscription model of our web host. Now it's called Cloud Sales and Distribution, where it tracks your agents, your customers' credit line, credit limit. It has an automatic SOA generation and would give you the ability to manage your accounts receivable and liquid accounts from a headquarters system. No? This is very beneficial for, again, for customers who are more in the distribution line of business and more into the B2B line of business. No? So again, we encourage everyone to take the opportunity to scan the QR code so that you guys can actually request for an online session with us, so that we can help you build your online empire. No, slowly, of course, but surely. Particular to the situation that we have right now, and moving forward for 2020 and 2021 beyond. Uh, we will now be proceeding to our Q&A session. Let me just look at my screen for any questions from the team, from the panel. So again, we encourage everyone to ask questions. No, there are several questions from the panel. Let me just highlight some of those questions. No, first question here from one of our internal panel is that how long does it take to launch our online presence? For e-commerce, POS, having your domain and email address, it can be ready in a month's time. For websites, it will depend on the design and on the branding and content that you need. No? So again, it's easy to launch the POS and the online commerce first, and then we can start building the design of your website soon after. All right. Any other questions? Another question from the panel is how much is the full package, because it's not reflected on the deck. We can provide a customized proposal to our customers. We just need to have a quick review session with them, maybe a 30-minute call to understand the pain points and come up with a customized proposal for the Alliance Digital Store package. We can set up one in a matter of about a week, so that please do not hesitate to contact us so that we can set up and arrange that meeting as soon as possible. There is another question here from the web post from the internal panel. So, what if I am an existing web post client? No, we already have web posts, and do I still need to purchase the web post from the Alliance Digital Store? Good news here is that we designed the Alliance e-commerce to integrate with our Alliance web posts, so we can actually have a sit-down session with you and draft a design proposal so that we can actually incorporate all of the digital store components and give you access to an updated proposal that would suit your specific requirement. Okay, some other questions from the rest of the audience. It says here that next question here is that we already have a we sorry, we noticed that there is a social media posting for 3 months. Uh, what if I'm happy with the result, and can we extend? No, definitely. No, part of the Alliance Digital Store initiative is to help you communicate your online commerce and your website in marketing and promotion through your social media platform. So in case that you need more than 3 months for the social media posting and support, this may be, we can arrange a separate service agreement so that you can extend that also. No, so yes, that's possible. I think I'm getting another question here. It says here that uh, our requirement is different. We have a mature team who has experience in e-commerce already, and our requirement is complex and may need heavy customization. No, what can you suggest? All right. So thank you for that question. No, so yes, no, we can still set up that meeting and give you our inputs as to how to improve your current e-commerce strategy and current post strategy, so that you can actually leverage on using the technology that we've highlighted earlier to improve your customers' experience and to overall increase your bottom line with your online strategy. No, so we can set that up as soon as possible. Again, guys, do not forget to evaluate us. We have this is the link. No, so we're giving away 20 digital 20 digital gift cards to 20 random customers who will evaluate us. So please do not forget to evaluate. No, some other questions here. No, are there transaction fees online? So Alliance Commerce doesn't charge per transaction, so you would be able to actually manage your own products and services and transactions on your own. So we will not be charging per transaction on our end. All right. I think the question is basically because majority of the e-commerce provider in the country right now actually charges per transactions, no? So if you're operating small, that may be good and well, but if you're starting to grow your online presence, that may be a pain point that you need to address soon, no? So for customers who are already engaged with providers that are charging per transaction, you can use the current charges that they are offering you right now and use that to compare the current offering that we can provide through the benefits that we've highlighted and the investment result that we can actually gain, and see if this would be a better deal and would give you a better mileage on your money. No? Another question here is from one of our guests. No, can we get only the website or e-commerce and cloud hosting since we already have the web host, domain, and email? Certainly, sir. If you would allow us to communicate with you after this session, we can get your details and we can come up with a customized proposal so that it will be specific to your current need. No? Thank you again for that question. No? Another question another question is that does the online commerce has the ability to accept Mastercard and Visa? Yes, it has. No, it's already integrated with PayMaya, so that the website can actually accept Mastercard and Visa. No, of course, PayMaya payment as well. No. Another question from the audience: does your online store accept other modes of payment such as bank deposit and bank transfer? Yes, it does. No, the online store is designed and has been integrated with payment provider Dragon Pay, so that you can accept payments from non-credit card users, so such as bank deposit, bank transfer, and you can also pay through 7-Eleven and others within your online commerce. So you will be able to serve credit card customers as well as non-credit card customers. No. Okay. Okay. Other questions from the team, from the customers as well. Okay. This inquiry is related to the website as a service. What if they are updating it regularly? Would there be additional fees on the website? Website as a service is actually that's actually the key advantage of website as a service. No, in case you need something to be updated on the website, maybe a new page or a new content, all you have to do is submit this content to our team, and we will be able to arrange and set up the updates directly to your website. No, so you don't need to maintain an IT team just to update the website or update your e-commerce store. No, the key here is that to maximize the existing funds that you have and utilize them and create additional or create the best value in terms of return. No, with the investment that we have right now. Any other question with the team and the audience? All right. So again, please be reminded that please evaluate us. The link is actually on the screen right now. We're giving away 20 digital gift cards to 20 random customers. Please do share with us also what you want to hear on our next session. And if there are any specific interesting items or topics that you want to explore more, please reach out to us. We also have our QR code for our contact us page. You can communicate with us, set up a follow-up meeting so that we can interview your team and understand how we can help and create that customized digital store proposal that will be the best fit, no, for your business. I guess there's no other questions right now. So we would like to thank everyone for joining us in today's session. Please continue to follow us on our Facebook, LinkedIn page, and so that you would be updated on our latest promotions, latest webinar content, and we would be seeing you soon on our next webinar session. Again, this is Nino Gatdula, Business Support Supervisor from Alliance Software. And thank you again for your time, and we hope to be able to help you on your business soon. This is Nino signing off.